Namaste. Welcome to the YouTube channel once again. I'm your host and astrologer Shubham Alok. We are continuing with our Navamsha series, and today we are on the sixth Navamsha, ruled by Katyayani, the sixth form of goddess, the divine female energy. Katyayani literally means the daughter of the sage Katyayana, one of the very prominent sages in Hinduism. Right? If you remember, the first format of Devi was Shailaputri, and she was the son of Himalayas. Himalayas was a king. So she was the daughter of the king. Now she becomes the daughter of a hermit of a sage, Katyayana. And Katyayani, the Devi took her form as Katyayani for the welfare of the world. Because gods at some place wanted her to come and interact with the world for the benefit of world, for the betterment of the world. This betterment is also seen in the planet who is in the sixth Navamsha, which is from 16 degree 40 minutes to 20 degree. Let you understand something. One Rashi is 30 degrees. If you read Parashar, there are divisions based on the degreecal advancement of a planet. Baladi Avastha, so Bala, Vriddha, Susupti, Jagrati, etc. These avasthas are all divided based on the degrees of the planet. Generally, to conclude it in a nutshell, the planet in the middle degrees are considered very good, because the starting or end of the sign have the fatal degree of ending, right? So see, take the Rashi as a mountain. The planet in mid of the Rashi is at the peak of its power. Getting my point? So the planetary position between 10 degrees to 20 degrees is very crucial, is very good, because the planet is at the peak of his result in the sign. Right? That's the reason. It is, I won't say it is good, I won't say it is bad. For a planet who is going to give you beneficence in life, for a planet who is going to give you good result in life, this is a very good position. But for a planet who is bad, this will be very detrimental. Right? Why? Because the middle span of the sign just make the planet powerful. If the sixth lord is powerful, he is supposed to get you in troubles. Right? If the 12th lord is powerful, he is supposed to give you strong expenditures, strong losses, big losses in life. That is nowhere appreciable at all. So it all depends on the nature of the planet. But the middle degrees have the special quality of prominence. And this prominence is there in all the three forms of Devi. Be it Katyayani, be it Skandamata, or be it Kushmanda. This prominence is there, right? The planet is prominent. Katyayani came to this world for the welfare of the world. The planet in your sixth Navamsha is for your welfare, for your good, for your betterment. Provided the fact, once again, you follow the planet. Take a rule from my side. Any planet from 10 degrees to 20 degrees in your horoscope, no matter how bad he is, no matter how detrimental he is, you have to follow the good traits of the planet. It will bless you like anything. Take this word from my side. Take this word from my 11 years of astrological experience. Take this word. You have to follow it. Right? Going deeper to this. The sixth Navamsha is very good for specifically malefic planets. See, benefics are supposed to do good. There is nothing new in that, right? A blessed chart is a chart where malefics are giving good result. Try and understand this point. In the complete of astrology, Sun, Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu are undoubtedly malefic. So 5 planets are malefic. Moon and Mercury, the 2 planets, are only conditional benefic. Completely benefic are only 2 planets, Venus and Jupiter. Now 9 planets versus 2, right? Like it is 7 versus 2. The game is not appropriate. Even if you take a chart where Moon and Mercury are also good, even in that scenario, they are only 4, right? Moon, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus. What about the rest 5 of them? They are malefic. Rahu, Ketu, Sun, Mars, Saturn. They 5 are always malefic, right? So a blessed chart is a chart where the malefics get the power. Specifically in this Kali Yuga, in these dark times, malefic having the power in the horoscope is very good. I was discussing a rule with one of my close students some days ago, and he was like, "Sir, this Venus is debilitated in D9. Is it bad?" I'm like, "No. Debilitated planets in Navamsha, if you know how to use them, is a blessing. You check any great businessman, he will have at least one debilitated planet in D9. That debilitated planet will give him the power of crushing the enemies. Katyayani, the power of Katyayani, very much in tune with Kalaratri, is the coming of good from bad. 6th Navamsha, right? What do you understand about the 6th house? It is a bad house, of course, yeah. It is one in the group of 6, 8, 12, the 3 bad houses in the horoscope. That's fine, that's okay. But it is also Upachaya. And what Varamihir says, how Varamihir refers to Upachaya? Varamihira says a Pidaksha and Apidaksha. Pidaksha means the houses which will give you pain. And Apidaksha means the houses which will not give you pain, which won't give you pain. And you will be very surprised to know that the 6th house is Apidaksha, one of the houses which doesn't give you pain. Every other house except 3, 6, 10, 11, every other house other than 3, 6, 10, 11 are Pidaksha, supposed to give you Pida, supposed to give you suffering, supposed to give you miseries. These houses will save you. These houses will not give you pain. But the 3rd is bad, moderately bad, I will rather say. The 3rd is moderately bad. The 11th is almost so bad. 6th house the taken is bad only, right? So the 6th house and also the 6th Navamsha comprises 2 different poles of the astrology, benefic, malefic. From one perspective, it is the 6th house of disease. It is the 6th house of enemies. It is the 6th house of serving servant. From one side of astrology. But at the same time, it is also the house which negates pain, which doesn't indicate pain. Other houses indicate pain, right? So, this thing is very evident in the 6th Navamsha, ruled by Katyayani as well. If you do the betterment related to the planet for the society, the planet in the 6th Navamsha, should be your gift to the society, should be your gift sorry, should be your gift to the society. Yeah. For an example, suppose I am having Sun or Saturn or Venus in the sixth Navamsha. Sun in the sixth Navamsha means what? I should give authority to the society in something. I should give authority to the society in something. So if I have my Sun in the 26-27 degrees, after 26 degree 40 minutes to 30 degrees off. So suppose I have my, no sorry, from 16 degrees to 20 degrees, sorry, extremely sorry. From 16 degrees to 20 degrees, 16 degree 40 minutes to 20 degrees is the duration of the sixth Navamsha, right? So if I am having my Sun between 16 degree 40 minutes to 20 degrees, I should give the Sun to the society. I should give Sun to the society. I should give authority to the society. Authority or guidance in one of the area. Sun is also the karaka for guidance. Sun is also the guiding light, right? You can see the world because of Sun. In daytime, also in the night time. You are living being because of Sun. The life evolved because of Sun, right? That evolution, that guiding light, you have to give to the society. If you have Sun in the sixth Navamsha, right? Likewise, Moon. If you have Moon in the sixth Navamsha, then what does it mean? Moon is mind, mentality. But above all of this, Moon is understanding. Moon in the sixth Navamsha, you are supposed to give understanding to the society. Moon in the sixth Navamsha, go write a book. Share your worldview. Share your thoughts, thinking, mentality to the world. Moon in the sixth Navamsha, Venus in the sixth Navamsha, Jupiter in the sixth Navamsha. Seriously consider being an author, being an influencer, being an orator. Because when you start giving your mentality Moon, wisdom, Jupiter, or your worldview, Venus, to the world, people start appreciating you, people start following you. If you have Venus, Moon, or Jupiter in the sixth Navamsha, go do that. Whichever planet is in the sixth Navamsha, give that trait to the world, give that thing to the world. The first important thing, right? Secondly, sixth house indicating Upachaya does indicate growth. But because it is the sixth house of disease, the growth can be limited growth, cancerous growth. While you give the significations of the planet in the sixth Navamsha to the society, at the same time, keep an eye over your own character. Not to use a lot of the qualities of the planet in the sixth Navamsha, right? What do I mean by this? What do I mean by this, right? I am giving, say, Saturn to the society. What does giving Saturn means? Saturn is, taking some hidden thing out, say, taking some traditional thing out. So suppose I am having Saturn in the sixth Navamsha and I start a cookery channel and food related channel where my prime purpose is to share the secrets of food making employed by elder ladies, which is not known by younger generations. That is a Saturnine trait. Although food is indicated by Moon. See, this is the way we seasoned astrologers make a combination. Food is Moon, that is okay. But I am not telling you to open a restaurant. Of course not. I am telling you to share the secret of herbs and spices to the world. Right? That's a Saturnian work. While you share that to the world, while you share that to the society, and it brings you fame, at the same time, keep an eye over yourself not to become too workaholic. Because that's also come from Saturn, right? At the same time, because you will be enjoying fame, you will be enjoying attention, everyone craves for it, right? So you will tend to make yourself too busy. You will tend to exhaust yourself too much. Save yourself from this trait of Saturn. Otherwise, if you don't, the weakness related to Saturn will come. The Shadripu of Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Matsarya, Mas, Matasya, Maithun are equated to the planets. The Shadripu, the six weaknesses are equated to 6 planets. The Shadripu of that planet may come to you. Masa, Matasya, Maithun, Lobh, Moh, Krodh. The Shadripus, the 6 weaknesses, the 6 bad things tend to come, right? So be careful about that. The planet in the 6th Navamsha is the quality for which you are going to have recognition, for which you are going to have fame. That's true. But be very firm and sure not to use the planet too much, right? Not to use the traits of the planet too much. Be careful while dealing with the result of the planets. While using the planet, remain careful, right? That's my advice if you have any planet in the 6th Navamsha. Added to this, if the planet is a malefic in the 6th Navamsha, he is supposed to give you the power that you can crush your enemy like anything. Malefic in the 6th Navamsha gives you the power to crush your enemies, but at the same time gives you disease as well. Whereas Benefic in the 6th Navamsha saves you from disease, but gives you strong enemies. Never ever fight with someone having a Malefic in the 6th Navamsha. Malefic in the 6th Navamsha, your enemies will perish, your enemies will die their own death. Benefic in the 6th Navamsha, your enemies start becoming blessed by the planet. That's not a good trait, right? So if you are Benefic in the 6th Navamsha, don't consider anyone your enemy, because the day you consider them your enemies, they will start progressing in life and you will be sitting just there. It won't be good, right? You don't want this to happen. So Benefic in the 6th Navamsha, it will save you from the disease but bless your enemies. Malefic in the 6th Navamsha, it will save you from the enemies but will trouble you from disease. Be careful about this. And added to this, because it is Katyayani, the daughter of a sage, there is a saying in Gita, what you came with, what you will go with. Nothing. That's what the 6th Navamsha is. Check your planet in the 6th Navamsha. When you were born, the trait of that planet was not there in your life. There was scarcity of the planet in your life. There was a shortage of the planet in your life when you were born. The planet in the 6th Navamsha. In the life, in your life, you will earn that planet by your hard work. And you will enjoy the significations of the planet after your mid-age. But when you will die, in the end, by the fag end of your life, you will lose the planet once again. Suppose Mercury in the sixth Navamsha. Everyone in your family is just had a normal education. If Mercury is in the sixth Navamsha, you will become the one who will take education after much hard work. Complete his education after taking all the loans and giving tuition to other students and saving money and studying, etc., etc. And when you will cross 35, 40 in your life, you will be on the top of the field. You will be recognized for your education, you will be recognized for your studies, you will be recognized for your mastery on the subject, and you will enjoy it. But by your fag end of life, what you will see, that you did a lot of hard work in having education, spreading education and everything, if you have Mercury in the sixth Navamsha. But your child is not much interested in education, they are more interested into business. That's the sad story that goes with the sixth Navamsha. Be careful. Because I have told you a bad story, it is my moral duty to give you a remedy as well, right? So there are stotras for every planet, or say of the deity related to the planet, the real secret, the deity related to the planet. Do Shatakam of that planet, right? There are 2-3 type of stotras, na Shatakam, Ashtakam, etc. Shatakam, Ashtakam, Sahasranamam, etc. Shatakam of the planet or of the deity related to that planet needs to be done if you really want to remedy the sixth house. Shatakam is a stotra with 6 stanzas. That's the stotra that will hit the sixth house. This is the secret that we follow in the parampara. Of course, not freely available, right? And once again, as a clarification, the sixth Navamsha is from 16 degree 40 minutes to 20 degree of any sign, right? Thank you for watching the video and taking your time out. Namaskar.